Alright, we got a Thermo. I haven't seen this game, but it probably is a very good one. Very good players in this. So just like in the last Thermo, we got characters UEF up front. For this bottom team, he's also got Modern Rebellion as Aeon. You got Seraphim Irwin. And Hot Boy is Cybern. Hopefully Hot Boy doesn't lag. He has done that in the past, but we'll see what happens. So all four factions on the bottom team. We got Oberchief or Chef as UEF up front. We got Lance as Aeon. Seraphim Ukulele, very good player. Cyber and Commander Momo, so very good player as well. So all four factions for both sides. I'll speed this up. Alright, so this is on GPG 3599. I'm sure the unit limit is 1000, and this is X1. Let's see. Did I pause this on accident? Yes, I did. Just gotta look at the map at first, so I'm sure most people are familiar with Thermo. Basically one gap, no air, the rules are you can't go on the mountains. Character sometimes has built things halfway up the mountain, which kind of makes it harder to kill with arty maybe, but it's more for style than for anything useful. You can see these ledges up here, so that's on the boundary of the rules. So you can see Oberchef running into the middle, you got Ukulele following up, you got a scout from Oberchef as well, and character here followed by Irwin. So four very good players, and actually you see all four commanders from the top side, all four commanders from the bottom side. So we're going to see a nice 4 and 4 ACU action in the middle. I want to speed this up because I want to see this. You see some Selines, these become stealthy after a little while, and you can see what character is going to be doing. Character is going to make PD. Oberchef's making a PD as well, so you can see Oberchef's going to build it slightly faster. Now we also see an NG. It's going to be helping, so you can see that PD has now started shooting. And that was some arty. And now you can see actually character has killed this PD and built on top of it, since Oberchef and character are both UEF. That's a very nice move from character. So far it looks like character and Irwin are getting the better of it. Hot Boy has just got into it. And like Oberchef getting wet low on health, he probably should retreat. You got another PD has just been completed by NGs from character. Hot Boy is getting a little dangerously far up there. Now Oberchef's got to run away. 3,500, but he's got plenty of allies to protect him. So really all ACUs involved so far except Modern Rebellion, who is getting there now. Character quite low on health as well. He probably should retreat. Definitely should retreat. And you can see those overcharges against PDs. Very effective. You can see character retreat now. So it actually looks like the top team got the better of it. At first it looked like character did make progress, but it looks like Modern Rebellion was a little late. So it was a 4 and 3, and now we can see everybody helping character. He's going to get T2. So either UEF or Aeon PD is the best for this, because they shoot it in arc. I personally like UEF the best. Now you can see Modern Rebellion as Aeon. Most likely getting T2 very useful. There's a stealth here. And the Aeon ACU can get the anti-stealth upgrade, which is quite cheap for the ACU. So we should see either Aeon or Seraphim go on T2 after the EF. Seraphim can get the T2 Seraphim shields, which are very powerful. You can see on the side they're getting a shield. This is a Seraphim shield, very good unit to have in this situation. You can see character trying to get a shield up. And both sides using UEF PDs. I can see a stealth field. Modern still getting an upgrade. Hot Boy pretty low on health. I will slow this down now. You can see both sides have a stealth field, and an advantage for the top side that they do have Seraphim shields. But now this side has character, making quite a few PDs. Look at this from the top. Let's think we're sitting on this ledge watching. Yeah, now I see multiple shields, 3 shields, and it looks like it's going to be another win for the top team. Character trying to rebuild the shield. He's already lost his stealth. Erwin upgrading very close to the opponent's PD is very dangerous. But he's getting quite a few shields to help him. Quite a few NGs to help him. Cybern shield, that's very weak. It's not going to work. Also, nice use of Artie from the top side. Packs a lot of damage even though it dies. See, Modern Rebellion also has T2. Now they're getting a Seraphim shield. Looks like all they see is here at T2 now. They're retreating. Character quite low on health. Arwen quite low on health. They gotta basically move back. So these Seraphim shields really made the difference. See a lot of Angie's build capacity. They can try to run a spider if they want to. The character is gonna get some missile launchers. It looks like he's gonna try to snipe. See multiple shields from all factions except UEF. It's a perfect place to stand between 2 shields so you get double coverage. See what are the plans. Looks like Momo is going T3. He's probably going to try to get a very fast spider. Oberchef also go T3. UEF T3 very powerful in these situations with a T3 PD and a very nice NG here. Actually it's a drone. He's trying to get free mass. Usually people don't make anti-air, so this usually does not get shut down, so a good move from Oberchef. We also see a stealth field plus more T2 PD being built by the bottom team. Character is going to have 3 missile launchers, so if there's an ACU standing outside a shield, you can snipe it. Now you can see the spider has been started. Coming up on minute 12, should be done in about a minute. You can see 2 different players building it, and Oberchef is not helping, he's just getting an upgrade. Some mobile shield is always nice to see from Lance. You see Angie's come up to the middle from Hotboy, and it looks like he's also going to go T3. So it really doesn't take too much to stop a spider, especially with 4 ACUs if they all overcharge at once. If nobody runs, plus Seraphim shields and a few PDs. Looks like characters getting some T2 power. Sometimes it's dangerous to build power up front, easy to lose. And more shields, more Seraphim shields. Can never have enough of those. See minute 13, 3/4 of the way done with a spider. If we look at the bases, it's for the most part mostly T2. You don't see any T3 power yet. So both sides of the T2 stage of the mass extraction. Now we see a T3 power from Hotboy, and the spider should be done shortly. You can see these are already loaded, so character is ready to shoot. That really has nothing to shoot at this point. And Oberchef just got T3 on the UEF. We might see a T3 PD creep. Spider is moving in. And let's see how the bottom team deals with this. It does have stealth, but it looks like it is being fired upon already. And now these ACUs are, see, they all know exactly the drill. You see the overcharges? Exactly. Nobody ran away like a pussy, so the end result is a nice chunk of mass. However, they do have a problem here that there is T3 UEF on the other side. A great use of the drone by Oberchef. He's getting this mass free. Hotboy's gonna try to get some of this as well, but he's gonna be standing in the way of a lot of firepower. And Oberchef really getting that mass back, and he just got it all back. Very nice move. And now we see the spider has been built by Hotboy. Really the only thing for this bottom team to do, given that there's T3 PD on the other side, is to, and this is not a good move. You don't want to move your spider just like the other team, and you want to get it out of the way of the T3 PD. And now we see a megalith. That seems a little ambitious at this stage of the game. And in shooting range of the PD, this could be a big waste of resources. The character probably should go T3 and make T3 PD of his own, because if we look at the other side, These guns right here have very long range and a lot of power. So this is really where the EEF probably the best faction under this situation. Really EEF plus Seraphim with these shields, great combination. Spider's been given to character, it's probably a good choice. This Mega actually is already halfway done, so maybe I shouldn't question the Hotboy for whatever reason upgrading a Cybern shield. Really bad shield. Actually, this Spider nearly got killed by this T3PD, it's really got to run away. So there goes the Spider, so now you can reclaim it to make the Megalith. So that's maybe not the worst thing that could have happened. And you can see Hotboy getting it now. That's a lot of T3PD. So if this Megalith can be built, I think it can outrange those T3PD. Very powerful weapon. It's only minute 18. But now these ACUs got to be very careful. We see another T2 shield being built. And character is looks like he's retreating. Gonna get more engineering. It's a great move from Hotboy. He's got that Megalith done. Now you can start firing back. So it was actually really nice to have lost that spider bot. They took that mass and converted it into the Megalith. And you can see the Megalith is really doing his job. He's already knocking down those shields. A lot of firepower, but why is it turning around? So, strange thing to do. See how long those shields can withstand the Megalith. And now you can see on the other side they have started a Megalith of their own. They got a soothsayer so they can see basically everything that's happening. This is what the bottom team sees. The top team, because they have the soothsayer, they can see everything. Cost a lot of power, however. And character is still loading up these 3 missile launchers. It looks like they're going T3 with Aeon now. Oh, the Mega is retreating. So T3PD with Seraphim shields can't stop a Megalith. Megalith does have the range though, so it'll just shoot from further away. Maybe a few of these missiles could fire here to knock down some of these shields, even if they get shot out of the air. They do have a lot of damage per missile. See the GC, once the GC is done they can send it in. However, that GC might not be done in time because this Megalith is being worked on. If we look at the bases, we still see mostly T2. For the bottom side here we do see some T3, actually there's still T2 power generators. And for the other side we see another GC just got built by Lance. Let me switch to a different view. Just look from the top. This fight's still going on. "20 kills for the Megalith now. GC is nearly done. However, the GC should not be sent in given that there's a GC and a Megalith on the other side as well. Surprisingly, we haven't seen too many attempts at making missile launchers from the top side. They do have the middle and they can start firing at these. Actually see character has a few T3 mass extractors. And it appears the bottom side is going to move in. GC has a lot of health. It's going to knock down a lot of those shields, so that's actually a good move. I'm moving in all the way. But this is going to be a nice chunk of mass after this other GC moves in. And actually a good move. They just took out Overchef's ACU, so the first death of the game, minute 22. Actually 2 deaths. Ukulele has died as well, but both players have given. And now we can see the GC has been killed. But Megalith built just in time. It's going to kill off this Megalith as well. The Mega is running away. It's a good move by Hotboy. Actually 2 Megaliths done now. Missile launchers completely loaded for character. It's a total of 36 missiles. They can start firing maybe at an ACU. It'd be a great time to snipe Momo. Not clear if they can see. Appears that was a snipe attempt at the Megalith. But 2 Megaliths versus 1, the 2 are going to win. Not clear why this is not being used. So Modern Rebellion got a bunch of units and he's not using them properly. This could be a nice chunk of mass. No reason to have lost that one. Looks like a fatty is being started. So most of these units now belong to Momo. Commander Momo, pretty good player. But it appears that they're full retreating from the middle, and this could be 3 chunks of mass. It's about 75,000 here. Actually even more, it's probably nearly 100,000 mass and wrecks in the middle. Huge boost for the bottom team. See character trying to get more build capacity in the middle. You got a soothsayer there on. I guess this is the important unit for cyber in a game like this. Otherwise they don't really have much, well, besides the megalith. See some T3 power finally for Modern Rebellion. I will speed this up through this stage. You can see sharing of units between Lance and Momo. They both have 2 bases each. Still making GCs. And build capacity is planned for top side as well. This fatty is nearly done. They do have 2 GCs, so they should be able to stop this mega. However, they're going to kill off this Soothsayer. Maybe not. Modern Rebellion decides to not kill that unit and retreats. Very safe play. Character getting an upgrade. Perhaps finally going to 3. We see an Omni. We see an anti-nuke. Seeing some chickens being built. Chickens probably not the best in this situation. They do tend to kill their own units in large numbers. We see a nuke being built by a Modern Rebellion. So a lot of P-gens should be turned into mass at this stage. More T3 power. Everybody's built their T3 power right next to each other. See an eye. This is for Aeon to look anywhere you want on the map. And now we see a fight that's definitely going to be lost by Modern Rebellion. He really should not have done this. Unless actually he got really close to this ACU, so this ACU is going to go under the shield for the fatty. Perhaps, maybe not. And actually Momo nearly got killed, so nearly good move, but Momo was pretty safe under these shields if he used them. It's a nice 2 chunks of mass for the top side. See drones for character cleaning up on mass. Now fatty completed by character. I don't know, did you see? This anti-nuke is nearly complete. Do we have any nukes for the top side? We have an anti-nuke. No, actually there is a nuke. There it is for Momo. However, there is an anti-nuke directly in the middle of the map for this does belong to Modern Rebellion. Might be possible, probably not possible to shoot around it, maybe into one of these corners. So good positioning on that anti-nuke. However, it could get taken out by some experimental, so it's nice to have more. Do you see an anti-nuke planned and a nuke? This nuke's actually nearly done for Modern Rebellion, minute 31. This anti-nuke is halfway done. For Lance, he might be able to finish it before. He's got a lot of build capacity on it. Before we see a nuke launch, it'll be very close. That character actually leading with his ACU. This is nice to see from character. It's all going to be cruise missiles. This is a 20 missile launchers planned. It has the capacity to take out experimentals as well as ACUs. So somebody should give a character. Actually, we just saw that nuke be launched minute 33. This anti-nuke is going to be completed in time, it seems. However, it wasn't launched at that anti-nuke. It was launched at this base without an anti-nuke. So a nice nuke. Actually, it may have taken out a few fatties as well. Nope, these have survived. So Modern Rebellion played it safe. But now we just saw a nuke from the other side, but it should be taken out by the anti-nuke in the middle. So that's the difference. See shields being constructed around this anti-nuke. You should see some anti-nukes planned in the middle. And this anti-nuke actually does not have a missile. Once it's loaded, it's going to be relatively safe. And now we just saw 20 cruise missiles. It looks like they're launched at the ACU. It would have been nice to hit either the nuke or something else. That way we have more missiles moving in, coming in. We should see a lot of, here's TMD here from UEF. We see another barrage of missiles. And none of them made it through, so especially a cyber and a TMD, very good at TMD. So character lost his chance. He had one shot. Probably should have taken out either the nuke or the anti-nuke. See a few experimentals for character here in the middle. This is really nice to see. This is how a cruise missile should be constructed. Yet another nuke by Modern Rebellion. And nukes flying back and forth. That's another. Let's see if any of those missiles make it through. Almost killed off. That would have been a great shot. And actually took out the nuke launcher. That was great from character. Does look like either nuke was actually successful for either team. So 2 anti-nukes now loaded for lands. So one thing to notice, there isn't any shields for this bottom side. And this is some serious build capacity for character. So if somebody builds arty on the top side, they can do serious damage. See character getting more missile launchers. He already has 30, he's going to get another 10. It's going to be 40. Is that what it is? 40. It's going to be 42. See some rebuilding going on. So that was an excellent snipe at that nuke from character. There's some mobile shields now from lands. But a big advantage for the bottom side. And now we see actually Scathis plan. This is probably not the best unit to make. It's got a lot of style to it, but not very effective. I see yet another nuke, 64 nukes, 64 kills for this nuke. 64 nukes would be nice. That's a nice TMD block from Momo. Although it'd be nice to see if 42 cruise missiles could do something about it. So it looks like another nuke from Mon Rebellion. And this nuke is, none of these anti-nukes are loaded. Oh wow, this is pretty devastating now. There goes the TMD, so this would be the perfect time for character to shoot his cruise missiles. That's exactly what he does. Let's see what he fires on. Looks like it's this anti-nuke. Yeah, so that's the power of an Aeon TMD. When there's a large group of missiles all together, it can deflect them all at once. So Aeon TMD, extremely powerful in these situations. It can be beat by successive missiles, one after another, however. Let's see a fatty constructed by character. So one dangerous thing about these types of missile launches, if you put a fatty over it and shoot it, they will hit the fat boy and explode. So it's very dangerous to put them there, but it's probably worth it. Now I see the fatties from character moving in, and they probably will have to retreat. They are trying to reach this TMD. They are hitting some Ravagers. See a few chicken bots. This is safety for character. Really hard to get past chicken bots, and now it looks like character is going to retrieve his mass. That's actually a nice group of GCs. Can cause serious damage. See any arty for the tops. We see a rapid fire now constructed halfway by Modern Rebellion. Yet another nuke from Modern Rebellion. Now we can see here these chickens are going to die, but they're going to prevent any any of the GCs from getting through. There's going to be a lot of dead units in this area. And this would be the worst time to shoot. You can see all these experimentals right above the missile launchers. Even though some of those GCs get through, they're pretty much dead once they get on the other side. That's unfortunate. Character could have probably shot at a few of these experimentals if he wasn't blocked like this. It looks like character has retreated with his ACU. 3 anti-nukes for Modern Rebellion now. And now we see some fatties firing over. Well, these will be killed. Plenty of megaliths and GCs. This is just a ridiculous amount of mass. This is enough for a Paragon right here. And we see the first person here. Now we see a snipe attempt from character. Looks like Lance is trying to get these. And yet another barrage of missiles from character. This time he's trying to get to the nuke, but none of those. You can see the A on TMD. Really doing a good job. You can see character sending his build capacity back to get the rapid fire done. And yet another nuke from Modern Rebellion. He's shot like 6 nukes so far. 140 kills. Oh, that was just taken out just before it hit those GCs. And you can see that all these experimentals are gone, so that was very fast reclamation. It looks like both Lance and character went after these just out of curiosity. Character has reclaimed 178,000. Lance at 77, so character definitely the best reclaimer in this one. Now we're seeing that this rapid fire is nearly completed for the bottom side. That's going to be very big trouble for the top side, although they do have shields, but they're going to have to invest in a lot more. That's a nice group of GCs here. They can probably start marching through. Yeah, they do have enough numbers to cause serious damage to the middle. There is a single chicken here. Probably need a few more chickens. Now we've seen a nuke. Multiple nukes actually got fired. Let's see, first got taken out. The second one's going to get taken out as well. Actually, that nuke could have probably hit Hot Boy's base. And yet another nuke now, this time from Irwin. And now these GCs are going to cause a lot of damage. They just walked over that chicken. They're going to get a face full of a dead chicken here. And you can see where that nuke was fired. That appears to be, that's the actually, so yeah, so that was the Seraphim experimental nuke. Actually, these GCs got all the way through. This is a very dangerous situation for character. He's got to run. Multiple GCs. So the middle is lost. We see a second. So the great thing about this launcher is massive nukes. Actually, see this nuke up close. And they take 2 anti-nukes to take out. So you can see you can really drain the other person's anti-nukes very quick. Plus, you get this nuke very quickly. However, will we see this fire one more time? I'll be very close. And there it is. It only got to fire twice. It's an extremely expensive unit. Now it appears that rapid fire is online. But now we have multiple GCs walking through bases. So this game really got turned on its head here. And it looks like he's still a GC nearly at full health. If he can take out that rapid fire. But it doesn't look like it's going to do it. It will be very close. Why isn't it not shooting at the rapid fire? It should have really taken that out. So big victory for Lance and Momo there. They took out this experimental nuke. It's quite tragic. This is basically a game winner if they got to keep it. However, that rapid fire is still firing. If this GC would have taken this rapid fire out, it may actually be a big advantage for Lance and Momo. But as it stands, they are under quite a bit of fire from the Salvation. We see more experimentals moving through the middle, but 4 experimentals now at the choke point for Hot Boy and Modern Rebellion. Irwin actually, it looks like he took some hits from those GCs. Still working on nuke. It's already loaded with one nuke. And a stream of experimentals moving through the middle. Yet another nuke launched by Modern Rebellion. That was a massive nuke right here that was launched by Irwin. It looks like he was trying to prevent those GCs. Yeah, and it looks like that nuke will hit. It was drained by the experimental nuke. This is nearly game over, but very close at the end there. Still a stream of GCs, so good play from Momo and Lance, and you can see where Momo is building a nuke under 4 shields in the back. You can see this rapid fire, 171 kills. Pretty tragic for Irwin though. He probably just worked on that the entire game to build it, and then had GCs walk in at the very end to kill it. It's gonna be a nice fight in the middle. We got 7 GCs versus 2 GCs and 3 megas, plus more megaliths moving in. It's rapid fire now, 172 kills. Targeting the power. It's really the best thing to target, power or build capacity. Mass is really much harder to kill. And now in the middle we see the GCs got through the GCs but not killing off the megaliths. This is why chickens are really good for defense. After they die they keep killing. That's going to be a lot of mass in the middle here. You can see here T1 powers built all the way around this rapid fire, and you can see how rapidly it shoots when you do that. It's a nice bonus. Yet another nuke has been launched by Modern Rebellion. This nuke launcher has just been firing all day, so 240 kills so far. And that was at the GCs. It's a nice defensive nuke. And now you can see Momo is the target of the salvation, trying to get a shield, but it's not going to work. So good game for Momo, very well played. So Lance is the only player left. He's got a lot of units, he's got a lot of mass, but no shields. That means it's about just about time for him to die. 270 kills for the rapid fire. And it doesn't look like that Scathis is going to be worked on. See, Lance is now the target. See a nuke here, stealth field, plus some GCs. And we're just past 1 hour. And the bottom team won. So it was a little bit of back and forth, but a pretty good Thermo.